We're gonna try this again. Let me make my pose. Oh boy, you know, Satan, he is such a freaking hater. He is such a freaking, oh, he's such a freaking hater. But I don't care how, y'all finna get this testimony. Y'all finna get this testimony. Y'all finna get this testimony. All I want is you. When I tell y'all, I feel so much better. I'm finna get into it, and this is water. I'm just drinking water. I'm gonna tell you about it. Whew. Today was rough. Today was rough. Actually, this last week just really tested me. Actually, more than just this last week, like just in general, life has been testing me. But like I gotta tell y'all about this, right? Because this is gonna be a testimony for me, and it's gonna be a testimony for somebody else in the making. And yeah. So I'm praying with everything in me that my internet don't go out again, because I really want to get this out. And I mean, if I can't do it as a live, I'll just record it and just do it as a regular video. But I really want to do this as a live. Hold on. What was I trying to do? What was I trying to do? Let's see. I don't know. I guess it's on that one. I don't know. Child, don't nothing be working. So, okay, I guess we just finna freestyle this. Like, I did try to make notes with ChatGPT. I tried to make some notes, so I would stay on track, but I'm just gonna try to go off of memory. So, as the title says, it's Happy Birthday Eve. Tomorrow is my birthday. Yay! Tomorrow is my birthday. God is so great. I know I do not look like it. I know I don't look like it, but I am turning 44 in a few hours. So yeah, mosquito bit me right there. Look, mosquitoes have been tearing me up. Y'all see this little, y'all probably can't even see it. I got these little patches all over me. The mosquitoes have been tearing me up. I live in Georgia, and in my house, my patio is screened in, so I don't have to deal with the bugs. But here in Florida, screened in patios seem to be a luxury around here. But anyway, oh yeah, that's what's going on. But yeah, tomorrow I will be 44. God is so good. God is so good. He has blessed me tremendously, abundantly. Actually, today, the reason that I'm making this video is because of what happened today. But in order to get to what happened today, I gotta back up to tell you what happened before, right? It is so hot out here, y'all. Hold on. Look, if you know, you know. Look, baby, I'm not playing. I'm not. I'm not playing. If you know, you know. But ooh, child, we can't even play with ourselves. Cannot. cannot and ain't. I got another one too, right? Got a backup and another backup. I just didn't bring it, but child, I don't play. Perimenopause has been kicking my ass, literally. Perimenopause has been kicking my ass, and last week just really tried it. So I am currently in South Florida. I came down here for my birthday, and I also came down here, you know, just to kind of figure out things, like just to get a mental break, you know, whatever. So I came down here, and I mean, I booked my Airbnb and everything. I did all that before, like read the reviews, looked at the pictures, like everything seemed like it was legit, right? You know, the price was okay, you know, whatever. As I said in my review, she did tell me that there was gonna be some construction. She did, but there's a huge but. She did not tell me it was gonna be all day long, like literally from 8:30 a.m. to hey y'all, from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. So y'all, I work from home, obviously. I work from 9 to 5:30, right? If I was tired, like the first day I paid attention to it, I remember my alarm had just went off, because normally I wake up before my alarm, but for whatever reason I woke up before my alarm. So what I remember is literally as soon as, well, not as soon as, but a few minutes after I woke up, after my alarm went off, I started hearing, you know, the drill, the saw, like, you know, all this or whatever. And it literally was all day long. And it literally, it sounded like it was right up under the building I was in. And I've been through a lot. I don't know if this is y'all first time seeing one of my videos, if y'all been following my little post or whatever, but I've been through a lot. I have been through a lot, like not all in a bad way either, but I was really looking forward to coming down here, like this break, like this mental reset, because I needed a break, right? So I'm trying to work from home, and I can't because there's too much noise. And I posted the little videos. I brought Vixen with me. That's my kitten, if you did not know. And she already has anxiety, and it's like all the noise was making her anxiety worse, and I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't focus. It's a lot. Hi, Simon. Oh, thank you. It was my pleasure. Dang, see, when I stop talking, when I get sidetracked, I lose my train of thought. Oh, but I came out here, you know, for peace. I needed mental peace. Like, if you did not know, I just recently celebrated my first year of my celebratory. I'm so proud of myself. Like, I'm so proud of myself for that. And tomorrow is my birthday, so you know, I'm kind of celebrating all of that, you know, and giving myself a mental reset, because baby, first of all, what they don't tell you about celibacy, sex is the least important thing. when with real celibacy, you realize that sex is the least important thing, like, of your worries, if that makes sense. But mentally, I've been battling. Me and Satan and God, we've been battling, but we've been through a lot. So I said all that to say, you know, just for anyone who didn't know, so when I came down here, you know, I was looking for peace, you know, and I didn't have peace there. And I was trying to, you know, I'm doing better about this. I got a real bad habit. It takes time. I got a real bad habit of giving people the benefit of the doubt and, trying to see the good in people. I got a really bad habit of it. So I'm working on that. I'm working on that. So yeah, I tried to, take one for the team, whatever, but I couldn't do it. And other things that was going on too, but I mean that was the biggest thing. Like the other things I could have overlooked somewhat. But yeah, that noise I couldn't. So if you did not know this about me, I live with a lot of different mental disorders, and I'm stressed. I'm very, very, very stressed. So like I was just in a frenzy, just trying to find somewhere to go, something that I could afford, until I got my money back from leaving that place, right? Like if I was leaving early, like it was gonna be a process, some time before I got my money back. So I was like, let me just find something I can afford, right? Real quick. Child. So, like I said, in a rush, just found a place. Thinking, oh, it sound cute. Da, 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 da. I just need something, to tie me over or whatever. Child. Again, this is me, like I said. When I walked into the place, like actually as I walked up to the place, I was kind of like, I don't think this gonna work either. I feel like I kind of knew that before I even walked in. And then as soon as I opened the door, like the smell was like the first thing that hit me. And I was like, ugh, what? All I knew was, again, if I chose to leave that place, I was gonna have to wait, until I could get my money back. So I was kind of like, oh shoot, I'm kind of stuck here, right? And it was bad, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm finna tell y'all what made me leave, but yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Thank you. It was bad. And I mean, even Vixen, like, she was sitting there looking like, I know you ain't finna let us stay here, right? It was bad, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, it was bad. And I was sitting there and I'm, in my mind, just, trying to figure out, like, what the hell am I gonna do, right? Like, I left that place in a haste, because just the noise, I just needed to get out of there. And this is a lesson in learn from my mistakes. No matter how stressed you are in a situation, please take a minute, breathe, and think, like, really, really think things through. Like, no. Now I will say this, just a little backstory. Before that place yesterday, I thought I had found another place, but when I went to look at it, they couldn't accommodate what I needed, right? So I couldn't get it. And so I came back and, I was like, dang, I got to tough it out again. And yesterday, I couldn't take it no more. I just couldn't take it no more. And I sent the girl a video. I was like, look, just so she could hear how loud it was, right? Like, girl, I can't do this, whatever. And she never responded. And like, I mean, I'm learning that that's just how some people are. Like, I of course I took it personal, but I'm learning that's just how people are, right? But she, oh my God, dang. Yeah, she never responded. So, in a haste, I just found that little place or whatever. In a haste, I found that little place. Let me stop. Anyway, so with that being said, the place where I am now, which obviously I'm not gonna say, right? If I'm being honest, obviously this is the place I wanted to stay at initially, but I couldn't afford to stay as long as I wanted to. That's what it was. With the other place, I could afford to stay longer, you know, because I'm here. I don't know how long I'll be here, you know, whatever. And that was the thing with this place. Like, if I would have just initially booked here, I wouldn't have been able to afford it. But look at God, right? Because God brought me right back where I wanted to be anyway, right? Look. But anyway, so yesterday, after that happened, you know, whatever, I was like, okay, let me go. You know, I left. A little caveat to the story. I started back walking, trying to work out, child, trying to lose weight. And apparently I don't know how to walk because my left foot was hurting all day yesterday. I was limping. I have issues with my shoulder. That happened out of nowhere. Nah, I don't know. That happened out of nowhere. I have issues with my shoulder, right? When I tell you I packed up all our stuff and put it in my truck, and I drove to the other Airbnb, unpacked the truck by myself. I was sitting there and something, I don't know, I got up for something. I went to the bathroom and child, you know what, it wasn't nobody but God, because I saw a roach. I saw a roach crawling up the shower. I said, hell no. Hell no, hell no, hell no. Hell no, we're not doing that. We are not we are not doing that. Hell no, we are not doing that. So I had to reload everything else back into the truck again. And look, y'all, I'm telling you, this is how I'm finna be 100% real right now, right? Okay, so same situation, right? I knew he wasn't gonna get my money back right away, right? So I was like, I gotta get out of here. So I just found this place, and I just booked, you know, a couple nights, and I did Afterpay, right? Because, you know, with Afterpay, you don't have to pay for it all at once, right? Because I was like, I'm running out of money here, right? Like, I still got to survive, right? So I paid on Afterpay, right? But I'm finna tell you a funny little story, right? Because I really believe God got a sense of humor. But anyway, so I paid with Afterpay, right? You know, and I booked the place where I really, really wanted to stay from the first place. And yes, it is everything that I knew it was going to be. Yeah. What was I about to say? So yeah, so I got here to this place, and this is why I say God has a sense of humor, right? Because I paid like the 120 cent on Afterpay. They charged my card like $500 when I got here. So I was like, damn it. But the caveat is I got paid yesterday, but I was just like, dang, right? God has a sense of humor. I truly believe God has a sense of humor. But I'm here. I'm here. But you better believe I was on the phone with all them folks getting my money back. Like, I promise you, I probably stayed up till I probably didn't go to sleep till after 11, you know, trying to tell the folks I need my daggone money back, right? Like, look, one thing about me, I'm so real like that, and I know that bothers some people. Because I know this is the internet, everybody's supposed to be fake and shit, but I'm not. I'm real. So yeah, I was on the phone with them folks like, I need my money back, right? And the reason why, because the first place that I left, girl tried to play me. She tried to play me. I told this girl, because like I said, she wasn't responding. she wasn't responding. So like I said, I packed up, put everything in my in my truck. I did a video. I recorded the whole place, show her. I cleaned it up. I even cleaned it up, right? Sent her a video, and I said, girl, I'm gone. It took her a while before she even texted back. She texted back maybe about almost an hour later. No, maybe 30 minutes later. She texted back, maybe whatever. And I was like, okay, give me my refund, right? This girl came back and tried to say, well, I gotta get in touch with Verbo because they're gonna try to take a lot of money from me and money from you. I was like, I didn't even respond. Like, I just did. God gives us all discernment, and discernment said, Arailyus, don't sit there and argue with that lady. So I ain't even respond. I caught roll. And what I'm learning, because what I have learned, I've learned a lot through my celibacy journey, but I've learned you got to take care of yourself. You got to look out for you. Ain't nobody gonna look out for you but you. So what I did, I had all our exchanges on text message, and I sent the lady a screenshot of everything we talked about, right? My money was back in my account this morning. Look, I ain't even playing. It's crazy because I ain't got the money back from the other place yet, but I was on the phone with them last night too. But you gotta look out for yourself. But so my shoulder was hurting from moving all that stuff. My foot was hurting from walking on the treadmill because I don't know how to walk, right? And I'm tired. I'm hurting. I'm mentally exhausted. And my good sis, I'm so bad with names. She told me, she said, elevated, take some ibuprofen and ice it. That's exactly what she told me to do. I'm so bad with names. But that's exactly what I did. And when I tell you, my foot is not hurting no more. Like, God is so good. I'm so glad I be listening. And this is why you do have to talk to people. People will be like, oh, you're so friendly. You just talk to anybody. You just spark up a conversation with anybody. You don't know what you can learn from talking to somebody, right? Like, I'm a very, if you did not know, I'm a nerd. I am a socially awkward creative. Yeah. Heavy on the socially awkward part. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, I'm just learning. You really gotta look out for yourself, whatever. But my money was back in there today. I don't know if I started talking about something else. Oh, I was talking about my body. Oh, and I was feeling better. I was feeling better this morning. Trying to be cute. See, this is why I'm gonna have to stop trying to act like all these other girls on YouTube, because all shit ain't gonna work for me, right? So I went, but I do like doing these things. I'm not gonna lie, I do like doing these things, right? But I went to cute little coffee shop, right? Had my little coffee, and I got one of them little ginger shot, turmeric shot thingies or whatever. I don't know if that's what it was. And I had breakfast. I didn't drink it on an empty stomach. I had breakfast. Oh wow. I just answered my own question. I didn't eat enough. So needless to say, I felt very much nauseous. Yep, I just answered my own question. That's what happened with that. So my stomach was hurting. And if you did not know, Zofran is for nausea. They prescribe it to cancer patients for nausea. I took two of those. And they did nothing. But God is good, right? He'll always have a ram in the bush, or I think that's how they say it. They had like this, yeah, they have like, the little bar thing or whatever, and I asked the lady if she had ginger ale, and she was like, no. She said I had ginger beer, and I was like, I said I don't drink alcohol. Um, Look, let me tell y'all the funny thing, right? Let me tell y'all the funny thing. I am my dad's child, right? But whereas my dad like alcohol, like my dad was like an alcoholic. Like I loved my daddy to death, but I'm just being honest. He was an alcoholic, but I understand why. Um, but alcohol, I can't. And I did have a margarita last night. They gave me like a complimentary margarita last night, and I was like, you know what? After everything I've been through, I want that drink because I didn't want to smoke. I was trying not to smoke, right? I didn't even think about smoking. Actually, I was just like, I'm gonna just take the shot, right? It's free, right? Um, Oh, yes. What is his name? I'm gonna come back to that. But yeah, where my dad was an alcoholic, weed is my thing, right? And I didn't smoke yesterday. I think I was about to say something else, but my stomach was hurting real bad. Oh, that's what I was saying. She was telling me about the ginger beer. And I was like, yeah, I don't drink. She was like, no, it don't have alcohol in it. And she was like, and if I'm being honest, they said ginger ale don't even have real ginger in it anyway. She was like, this actually have real ginger in it. And I was like, oh, okay, girl, give me some. Right? So she gave me one, just to taste it because I had never tasted it. And I liked it. I liked it. And I had that. I had that. And I kid y'all not, I was feeling better. My stomach pain went away. My back, I don't know why. I'm stressed, obviously. I was having back spasms. When I tell y'all, it's been rough. I've been under a lot of stress. I really have, and I understand why. I know we counsel him, but I mean I still love the song. Marvin Sapp. I think the song is I Believe, where he says, it seems like Satan is coming at you with any and everything that he can. It's because he has literally looked into your future and saw what God has for you, right? So yeah, that's how I felt. I had seriously been attacked. Like I was literally under attack. But I made it through. My stomach ache went away, my back pain went away, my foot pain went away. I made it through. I made it out. I made it out all right. I made it out all right. I love gospel. Love. I grew up on gospel. Like, I've known God my whole life, but my relationship with him has never been where it is now. I mean, I'm still a sinner, obviously. I still have some bad habits, that I need to break. But I love God. I love God real bad. And I'm not saying it, how should I say this? I gave up sex, it was something else. I said I gave up. Oh, and I don't drink, right? I gotta have some kind of vice, right? I know that's not an excuse, but I'm just saying that's just me. I'm just being honest, like I say. I said that from the beginning. Like I'm very, very real, raw, and honest. And because of that, I know that's why my content gets hidden. I know that's why my content doesn't get pushed. Like, I mean, right now it's showing there are 2 people watching this video, right? I'm so serious, but it is what it is, right? Because what I have learned again, also through my celibacy, for me, it's not about the virality, it's not about the followers, it's not about the money, because obviously I don't make no money from creating content, but obviously I can still live a nice life, right? You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm just so grateful to God. I love him so bad. I love him. That's all I can say. I just love him. That's all I can say. I love him. And I'm just so grateful. It's kind of like, okay, I'm natural, right? And I've been natural since 2008, I think. And I remember me, just like all the other girls at the time, we was like, when we went natural, like, oh my God, it's the best thing. I wish I would have did it sooner, right? And I felt that way about so many other things. Like even my sister lot journey, like I'm 2 years lot. And I mean, yeah, she got a lot of hair, right? She got some inches. She really do, right? But what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Dang it, I hate when that happened. If anybody is still listening, I think I was talking about the algorithm. But yeah, I mean, I live a good life. Like despite everything, despite all the things that, you know, Satan throws my way, I realize I'm very much blessed. Like, and God has done all this for me without social media. Like, and crazy thing, the crazy thing, it took me a long time to realize that. Oh, that's what I was saying about my natural hair journey. That's how I felt about my celibacy journey, my Christian journey, like the seriousness, like the closeness, the bond, like the dedication that I have. Like, I wish I would have done this so long ago. But at the same time, sometimes God allows you to go through things so that you can grow through them and you can help other people either when they're going through it or avoid going through it, right? So I look at it like that. I look at it like that. So yeah, it's not about the likes, the comments. I mean, I appreciate it, duh. Obviously I want to share God's word. I want to share my creativity. I want to share my looks. I want to share my writing. I want to share all these things. But, that viral moment, I don't need that. I've gone viral in the spirit, and I could take that to heaven with me. This earthly virality, this social media virality, this ain't gonna do nothing for me when I go to heaven, right? So I don't need it. God has already given me that moment. And the thing about it, I've known this for a very long time. Like I've always had discernment. My wisdom has never been where it is now, but I've always had a level of wisdom, to the point where I knew right from wrong, and I just didn't do right. I'm gonna just say it like that. But yeah, I've gone through a lot in my life. I have grown through a lot in my life, and it's a lot. It's been a lot, and I'm just so grateful to God. That's all I can say. That's literally all I can say. I'm just grateful to God, and I love him so much. And there definitely is a part two to this story, to this blessing, but which is, I kind of already know about it, but I'm not ready to talk about the shit. But that is why Satan was after me so hard, because God had a very huge blessing in store for me, and I love him, and I'm just so grateful that I have the wisdom to know to listen to God and to act when God says go, and to let go of somebody when God say let go of them. I'm still working on that a little bit, a little bit. But I'm learning to listen and apply the things that God has been teaching me through my celibacy. So, like I said at the beginning, sex, people, when you say celibacy, that is the first thing people think about. Sex, sex, sex. And I felt that way at first too, but it's just the mental clarity, it's the confidence, it's the I am sitting outside. I mean, ain't nobody out here, but still, like, I'm on a live, like, on my birthday. Like, I mean, well, tomorrow my birthday, but, it's just the confidence that God has brought back to me. And I'm just so grateful. I love Him so much. I love God so much. That's all I can say. Y'all want to see these pictures I took today? Like, and that's how I know I'm a little trooper. Any little break I got during work today, I snapped a couple pictures. So, I thought let's see, I thought those were so pretty. I feel like, on Clueless, Travis and, what was the girl name? When, he was like, "Oh my God, you can do Marvin the Martian," and she was like, "Oh God, I can totally do Marvin," and he was just like so enamored, like, "Oh my God, I did that, yes, I did that, right? Those pictures, they came out so pretty." Like, I'm also learning. I mean, now the photos I did for my birthday, like, yes, I needed a studio for that. There are certain, like, for my birthday photos, I always do like a photo shoot, right? So yeah, that I do need a photographer for things like that. But child, these that is so pretty. Oh my God, that is so pretty. And y'all would never know how bad I was feeling. Y'all would never know how bad I was feeling when I took these pictures, but they came out so pretty. I love them. But yeah, like, my creativity has like exploded. Hi. My creativity has really, really, really exploded right now, and it's just the best thing ever. I don't. I still, I don't get like engagement, like, but I already told y'all it's not about that for me no more. But I mean, I do this because I love it. I love this. That's why I create content, because I love it. I create content because I love it. Um, God is the one who provides for me, so creating content is the thing that brings me peace. It brings me joy. Now, it brings me stress sometimes when I allow it. But I really enjoy creating content. So yeah. Um I'm excited. And what time is it? It's 8:28. Ooh, excuse me. I'm trying to see what I'm gonna do. I'm glad I already took my pictures because it's dark now. I want to see, do I want to go downtown? Do I want to go? But you know what I might do? You know what? Because look, I just thought about it. Since you broke, right? I just thought about it. They have free HBO at this place, right? Um, I'm about to get caught up on the new Sex in the City. Oh yeah, yeah, that's what I'm finna do. Loving on all the little cute at the Trader Joe's. Like, I mean, yeah, Trader Joe's is clutch. Like, this pizza, that pizza, oh my shit. Trader Joe's, she is that girl. I see why. I see the hype, but again, these are the things I like doing. I know a lot of people, they do these things just because it's trendy, whatever, but I mean, I truly do enjoy doing these things. And it's like, now that I have an audience, I can show my true personality. And believe it or not, that's when I finally started getting engagement, when I finally surrendered all and I finally started showing my true personality and my vulnerability and stopped trying to pretend and all that kind of stuff. That's when I finally started seeing some growth in my channel. So if you are a small creator, you need to be authentic. You need to be yourself. If you're wondering why your channel is not growing, it's because you're not being your true authentic self. Stop trying to chase the trends and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's cute to do little trends, but at the end of the day, I feel like to make yourself a relatable, content creator, like, you gotta be honest with yourself, and you gotta make relatable content. You got to allow yourself to be vulnerable, yes, to a certain point. To everybody's extreme is different, but I feel like you have to be a little bit of vulnerable at times, but I feel like you just got to be realistic in what you're bringing. Like, like I said, I know some people, they do the little cute little photo shoots, go to the little coffee shops and stuff, just because it's cute and trendy. But I honestly like those things, taking myself out to dinner. I mean, not to brag, but to brag. God is good. He takes care of me. I don't have a man. Nobody takes care of me. Me and God, we take care of me. And if it's something that I want to do, I do it. If it's something that I like, I like it. That's me. Like, God is good. If I have bumped my head sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna talk about that later too. But I'm at a place now where, within reason, if it's something that I like, that I want, I can get it. If I can afford it, I can get it, right? But again, through my celibacy journey, God has shown me that materialistic things don't mean nothing. I don't know who needs to hear that, but materialistic things don't mean nothing. I had an Audi. She was nice. I had issues with her. I had a BMW. She was nice. I had issues with her. And she was super expensive. Like, super expensive. Like, stupid expensive for no reason, right? But in my mind, I was like, oh no, I can afford this, and I'm gonna show them I can afford a Mercedes, and I can do this, whatever. And child, long story short, I drive a Nissan right now, and I love her. I absolutely love her. So yeah, and that's what I was saying. God has shown me that less is more. Like, do the things that make me happy, not the things that make other people happy. Don't go broke trying to keep up with somebody else, especially when you don't even really want what they have in the first place. I don't want to start preaching and stuff, but I think that's really the problem with people. We be jealous of the things that people have, and we don't even want them. Like, I don't understand that. Like, why are we like that? Like, why are we jealous when somebody gets a promotion at work, when somebody buys a new house, when somebody goes on a vacation? Why are we so jealous? We ain't even want that, right? It's just, I hate that. But God has shown me, I'm telling y'all, celibacy, it ain't got nothing to do with sex. Like, I believe sex is, I'm telling you. I mean, yeah. I'm still human, but I'm good. I'm good. Like, I'm not tempted. I'm not tempted. I think I said that in one of my posts. Like, I ain't looking for nobody, little nappy head son, to come text me. I ain't looking for no, hey, big kid. Like, I'm good, right? I mean, but initially, yeah, of course, because it's mental. It really is mental. Look, I don't know who need to hear this, but if you really want God to change in your life, you gotta let him get rid of all the darkness so he can fill you with the light. Like, if it's something that you really, really want, like, a life that you want to live, basically, I wanted to live a certain lifestyle, right? I literally had to surrender everything, like, in a sense, right? And I'm not even talking about, like, house, cars. I ain't talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about the things inside, like my bad habits, my addictions, all these kind of different things. My mindset, like I had to, and I'm still working on it, but I had to let God get all that stuff out of me. And I'm telling you, it's painful. I will not lie. I will not lie. I will not lie. I will not lie. It is painful. It's very much painful, but it's worth it. Out of any and everything I have I mean, out of anything I've ever done in life, this has been the hardest thing for me, and I am determined to see this to the end. I will definitely see this, and this will be seen to the end. But it's hard. Anybody that say it's not, they lying. Anybody that say living with a mental illness ain't hard, they lying. Like, or they in denial. If they in denial, so they lying, right? But yeah, that's the whole thing about it. Like, it's mental. It's mental. God has definitely showed me, you know. That's why I said that, like, with what happened today, right? I had that, I can't remember the word that it was a word I wanted to use. I can't think of it, but it was kind of one of those, if God never does nothing else to me type feelings, right? It was kind of along those lines, right? And that's when everything, I kind of already kind of knew it, but I didn't know what outcome was gonna be, and all this or whatever. But I kind of knew God had something in store for me, and now I see why. I see what. But you got to remember too, like when it comes to God, like the things that we think, like we only think surface level. Like, I mean, I know I call myself a little nerd, sapiosexual or whatever, but child, I am only surface level. Like, God is so up here. What I have learned just through this last week, what I have learned, I serve a big God. I serve a big God. I serve a big God, and this is how I know that spiritual warfare is real, because literally there was nothing wrong with me, right? I was just stressed, and stress makes your stomach hurt. It makes, your back hurt. It gives you pains, like literally stress will do. You hear people say all the time, stress will kill you before anything else will. Like, that's how I knew I had to take this mental break. Like, I knew I needed this because my body was telling me, if you don't take a break soon, I am going to take it for you. I think everybody saw the video about the girl that was working like 6 days a week or whatever, and she went to sleep and never woke up again. Your body will do that. If you won't take a break, your body will do it for you. And I think, yeah, everything was just a combination of that. And it's crazy because, while I was in that storm today, when I was feeling the way that I was feeling, all I kept saying was, it's my birthday tomorrow. Why am I feeling like this? I don't want to be sick. Because I was like, I did work today, because I go back to work on Tuesday. And all I kept saying was, I just gotta make it through the day. I just gotta make it through the day, right? So that's what I'm saying. I was working in any little break I got. I was, trying to get a little shot here, a little, just a little bit of content or whatever. I had all that going on, and I was just like, I gotta get this done, right? In my mind, I just knew I had to keep going. And I don't know who need to hear that, but this is for you. Like, you have to give yourself more credit than you do. And that is what I told myself, like with my weight loss thing. Like, yes, I need to lose weight, you know, but I'm not beating myself up because there are other things. There are other things. I will eventually get back to it. I think what happened with my foot is that, as I said, I'll be 44 tomorrow, and apparently when you're 44, you can't just not work out for ever and then just get up and start walking out to that, working out, going on hour-long walks. Right? You can't just do that anymore. So I think that was the situation with my foot. And like I said, oh girl, she told me exactly what to do. Not oh girl, sis. When I say oh girl, I be talking about somebody bad. When I say sis, I be talking about a good person. But yeah, I did exactly what she told me to do. I rested, I iced, I took that Aleve, and sis feels so much better. Now, when I first woke up, it was still a little sore. So, oh, I didn't post those pictures. I only posted a couple pictures, but so the very first pictures I took, like when I first woke up, like I was doing stuff before work. Child, I'm telling you, I don't know. This is just how my mind is. But with a couple of those shots, I had on my little kitten heels. Like, I'm not a heel person, so I wear the little kitten heels. And I couldn't keep them on for long at all. I kind of got the shot, get the shot, and I take them off. Like, I had them in my bag, and I was walking around in, like, flip-flops, all right? So, it was still a little sore this morning, but I feel so good. And I just think it was just stress. It was really just stress because the ginger beer, I asked her, because right before I came out here, I went and got some ice, and I was like, girl, I feel so much better. And she was like, I'm so happy. And because I was asking her, like, where do you find this? And she was like, Publix, the liquor store. She was like, it don't have no alcohol in it. So I might get some, but I just feel so much better. I just feel so much better, and I'm just so grateful to God. I'm grateful to God. That's all I can say. I'm just so grateful to God. And like I said, I don't need a viral moment. I don't. Because I've already gone viral in the spirit. And that's going to get me into heaven. Going viral in life on social media, that won't get me into heaven. So, yeah. It's about 9 o'clock. I think that's what I'm going to go do. I'm not like really hungry. Oh, I have some strawberries. Maybe I eat some strawberries. Take your ass up there and eat some strawberries and watch MVN. So that is what I'm about to go back upstairs and do. I just had to share that little story, that little blessing, that little testimony. As I said, there will be a part 2. So like, comment, subscribe, share, so you can keep up with the story and the blessings, and you can be blessed along the way, because God is always telling me stuff to tell other people. Like, stuff will just come to me, and I promise you, it ain't me. I know it ain't me. Like, what? I mean, yes, I'm a nerd, and sometimes I can't come up with my own stuff, obviously. But sometimes there are things that, just like how I said, that's a word for somebody. Like, God, these are God's words, right? I'm just the vessel. I'm just the willing vessel. But like I said, it's been hard. It's been very, very, very hard. I want to quit almost every day, but I don't give up. Am I perfect? Of course not. Do I read my Bible every day? Of course not. But I'm there. I have a closeness with God. I do like Nona Jones, and I recently got into Jerry Flowers, and I really like him too. Like, he reminds me of me. Like, he's creative, and he be rhyming and stuff. Like, I love him. Like, I really, really love him, and he's so relatable. I love him. So yeah, I've been getting into him. I listen to gospel music all the time, y'all. Church, just I've tried church. I've tried so many churches my whole life, and I know they say, you know, church is the body. You know, church is where, you know, where two or three in my name gather. You know, I'm there too, but church is the body. You know, and where you have the right community and stuff. But unfortunately, it's just not been working out for me. I have not been able to find community, unfortunately, and it's okay. You know, it is okay. I have learned through my celibacy journey that you have to forgive people that you will never even get an apology from. You have to forgive people that don't even know they offended you. Like, first of all, you have to offend people that don't even know that you offended them. So yeah, God has he's been teaching me. Yeah. So I have very much deserved this vacation. I'm very happy here. I will come back tomorrow on my birthday. I don't know when, I don't know what time, I don't know. I want to go to the beach in the morning. I don't know, child. I might not go nowhere tomorrow. I don't know. But I will see. I'm about to go. I have on a long skirt, which I'm so glad. I wasn't even thinking about it, but I still feel like mosquitoes are biting. So I'm about to wrap this up. My fan is still going. I'm about to put her back on the charger. And I thank y'all so much for joining. Again, I'm Arailyus, socially awkward creative. I create content about all kind of stuff. Yeah. I create content about all kind of stuff. Tomorrow is my birthday. God is good. I will be 44. Ah! How many women you know 44 will come on screen on camera with no makeup, like with bags? Like, what? Baby, I look good for my age. I don't need makeup. Child. Look, yes, that's the other thing God taught me through my celibacy journey. That was the other thing, because I went through the phase where, you know, I had to have makeup, and child, please, I don't need makeup. I don't need makeup. She's blessed. She's very much blessed. I am 40. Well, I will be in a couple hours. I will be 44 years old, and I will never get tired of guys doing a double take when they see me. I will never get tired of it. I never will. Especially now that I don't wear makeup. I will never get tired. I haven't worn makeup for a while, but I will never get tired of it. I'll never get tired of a guy saying I will never get tired of that. Let me tell you about this one time it happened. I'm finna go because these mosquitoes ain't playing. This guy, the guy showed up with his girlfriend. And it was so funny because when I opened the door, you know, his girlfriend was in front of him, which was a good thing. And he was standing behind her. And when I opened the door, he was like, like, whoa. You know, and I thought it was just the cutest little thing. He was a little young kid, but look, baby, the young boys be hitting on me too, but I promise you, I ain't studying none of them. The young ones, the old ones. Look, I've been through a lot. You want to talk toxic relationships? You want to talk salt? You want to talk relapse? Look, baby, I'm an author. I'm a creative. The things that I go through, that I grow through, I try to use them to help others and educate others. People want to hate me so bad and want to make me out to be such a bad person, but they can't. When you ask them, well, what did she do to you? They can't say nothing. She thinks she too much. She thinks she all that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, and you should too. That's crazy, but like I said, that's another topic for another day. We about to go up here, eat us some strawberry. Look, I brought my little towel. I was supposed to take pictures and everything, but we finna go eat our little strawberries and watch us some and then, is that what it's called? And then? And that's what we're gonna do. That is how I am going to bring in my birthday tonight. Yeah, I'm Arailyus. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.